What's up, guys? Welcome back to another episode of the WHA-POOSH Show. It's your boy Chris here. Glad to be back. It's been a while. I think it's been like 3 weeks since we streamed, man. So obviously adulting gets in the way sometimes and schedules just don't align. But glad to be back. I actually have an exciting episode to talk about. So we'll be covering basically up until now our thoughts and kind of what we're expecting with the finale of X-Men 97. So before we get into the details, let's bring in the rest of the crew here. And so obviously I got to bring in my co-host, Mr. Reverzio himself. What's up, Silos?
What's up, man? I'm happy to be back, bro. Especially for this episode. I think you and I can agree that X-Men 97 has been a hit. So yes. I'm excited to talk about it, man. I'm excited for tomorrow. And like I said, just to get back to the routine, we have been off the streaming service ourselves here from YouTube for a little bit. I personally have not been streaming myself either, except for Copper Drop. I think I did one episode in the past 3 weeks too. So it's good to be back. Good to be back.
Yeah, man.
Routine.
I'm not gonna lie, it was a nice little break though. I think it was kind of needed. Kind of unplug, disconnect, and refresh a little bit.
Yeah.
But yeah, I mean, unfortunately, our third musketeer, Mr. Broke on Toys, Juan couldn't be here on this episode. Had some schedule conflicts, but to my surprise, we actually have a special guest joining this stream today.
We do, so, man.
Without further ado, let's bring in our third guest, man.
Bring in my boy. What up?
What's going on?
Yo.
Stan Lee, yeah. We got miss that guy.
Excelsior.
What's up, man? Welcome to the stream. It's always a pleasure having you on here, bro.
Definitely, man. Definitely.
I mean, season finale is tomorrow.
Yes.
Dude,
season finale is tomorrow, bro.
It kind of flew by, man. Like, I know it's only 10 episodes, but it flew by pretty fast.
Is it 10 episodes? I thought it was 8.
Oh, is it only 8? I don't know.
No, it's 10. It's 10.
It's 10?
Yeah.
The last one was episode 9.
Yeah. That's what I was like.
Oh, yeah. Okay.
Yeah, it flew by, bro. Like, I personally also want to talk about one thing real quick. I want to talk about the pacing of releasing shows and your opinions about that. Like, do you like when shows get dropped all at one time, or do you like that build up and anticipation you get when they're dropped on a weekly basis?
I'll let Abisai go first, bro, because I have some thoughts on that.
Yeah. Well, for the YouTubers, it's great. You know.
Yeah.
Give you content to like talk. So per week, you know.
Yeah.
Oh, let's dissect this. Let's watch the Easter eggs here, and let's see what's going on. Let's predict what's going to happen next episode. You can't really do that when you just binge it all in one day.
Mm-hmm.
You know?
I understand.
I mean, it's good to be paced.
Okay. Chris, what do you think? Dig the new glasses,
like...
bro. Are those new glasses, by the way?
Yeah, they are.
They're clean, bro. Clean.
I appreciate it, man. Thanks. Changing up the look, but Yeah, I don't know, man. I have mixed emotions on the whole kind of releasing, and I think I'm more so just it rubs me the wrong way because I just feel like we're going back to like what we were transitioning away from anyways, like cable and weekly episodes, and that's what the whole streaming era was. That's why Netflix came in. It's like, hey, you guys can stream content when you want to. If you want to binge it, binge the damn thing. If you want to watch it in pace, watch it in pace.
Okay.
So like I liked that they would release a show and I could watch it on my own time versus, and it sometimes it makes sense because some shows are really poorly paced. So like, yeah, you can take your time with it, but then there's other shows that leave you hanging, and then if you want to watch more, you can watch more, right? So it sucks that it looks like we're shifting back to the old model.
Yeah.
Especially with all these like streaming services teaming up together now and releasing like packages. Like it's fucking cable basically again, dude.
It's because it's business, bro. Like people will sign up for a series and then cancel after the series. You know what I mean?
Yes.
So,
yeah.
So they're like, man, like we can't drop it all because if they binge watch it on a weekend, there goes.
Yeah. And then account sharing. The account sharing and stuff, bro.
We don't talk about that publicly.
Hey, yo.
Cut the bikes.
Everybody has their own Netflix account on this stream.
That would be so funny, and neither one of us had our own like Disney Plus account.
Nah, bro. I'm gonna come on the record and say I'm not a roach, bro. I'm not the that meme where they have like the different logos.
Oh,
like,
yeah.
Bottom feeder, roach, and then like the person that has the main account,
like the owner and stuff.
Yeah.
No, man, I can't. Yeah, I don't like that, especially because you do get the message sometimes, like when somebody else is using the account or something, and it's like somebody that you know too, like. But it's like it's the same house or household, but they're somewhere else, and it'll say like you, like whatever, and I'm like, bro, what is this shenanigans?
Nah, man, I hate that they're cracking down on that, dude. That's what made streaming cool, right? Like you can share an account, each person can have their own profile. I remember when it was bare bones and you can only have one profile on an account, so that you would share it, and then they'd like fuck up your recommended, right? So you're getting like all these random shows because somebody decided to watch Desperate Housewives one day on your account. I'm like, God damn it, man! Now the algorithm's all messed up and stuff. So
the worst one is when they start watching the same show you're watching, the same account.
Yes, and mess up like the order and stuff. Like, damn, dude.
Oh yeah, that's terrible, man. That is terrible. Real quick, I got two people here in the chat. Real quick, I got my boy Break Artemis in the house.
What's up, Break?
And let's go. And then Gio saying, "Hello, guys. Where's Mr. Juan? What up, Gio? Mr. Juan has a busy schedule, so he has not been able to come by, but I think he'll return shortly. Hopefully, once his schedule frees up. He's got a lot going on, man. We all do. Honestly, it's hard. It's difficult to do these episodes, especially like every week, and they're like doing multiple streams, like." It's a lot of work.
I don't know how y'all doing that, bro.
Dude, I know. That's why I swapped. I was like, nah, I need to do this a little bit less frequent. But yeah, dude. So yeah, X-Men 97, man. Like, I guess.
Yeah.
Where do you want to lead it, Chris? Where do you want to start with?
No, I mean, I guess we can like. I wanted this to be more so not like a super detailed like discussion stream. It's more so, and full disclosure, we are going into spoilers, guys. Like if you haven't watched the show, feel free to stick around if you don't care. But yeah, we're gonna talk about some spoilery stuff on this stream today. So fair warning. But yeah, I think we can more so just talk about kind of some of the stuff that we've liked so far, and where we expect this finale to kind of go. In terms of, is it you guys expect it to be a cliffhanger? Do you guys think this is going to be wrapped up? Because we haven't gotten, usually because like the boys, like I think they just announced that they got renewed for season 5 and season 4 hasn't even dropped. Like what the fuck?
They're ahead of
So like versus, we haven't heard anything. Is there going to be a season 2 of X-Men 97? I don't know. They fired the creator, right? So like
that they're going to do season 2
for
2025 before winter of 2025.
So they did approve it already.
Yeah, I believe so. Okay. Yeah, they already have it scheduled that it's supposed to release before next winter of the fall.
I do that the showrunner wrote season 2. So.
So okay. No, that's good then. Okay.
Yeah.
That actually has me excited then. All right. So then I guess it'll probably still be a cliffhanger, but it won't be something that's going to be like up in the air. It's good to know that they're going to try to at least close whatever they start with this, because I do expect this last episode to start something, right, to build off of.
Yeah.
But yeah, let's just dive in, man. I'm curious to see what you guys think so far of season 1 of X-Men 97. What you liked, what you don't like, and kind of what you're looking forward to with this finale.
Yeah, man. I'll go ahead and start it off, man. I really like some of the like they've kept some characters kind of like under wraps, like they haven't done too much, but I like how they've built up certain characters like that I personally enjoy. Like Cyclops, literally this show became a beast, man. Like he got so much respect in this episode. I like what they did with Storm's kind of like little story, and I like the use of Storm's powers in here. And then obviously Gambit, man, and Magneto in this show were like phenomenal, man. I really enjoyed those characters. So I think they did a great job like building these characters that probably weren't like everybody's favorite. I mean, I guess Magneto and Gambit were more, but like Cyclops was kind of falling behind. You know, and we haven't seen Gambit in live action in quite a while, so it's hopefully this means like this brings that energy towards him, and like we can get that like going in a real life action movie, you know, because that'd be dope. But dude, like the amount of consequence in this show is amazing. Like there are some serious consequences in this show, and I love it, bro. It fucking hurts because like some of the episodes like are very tragic. Like everything that's happened in the show has been quite like some sort of like mesmerizing, like heartbreaking part. Like even, you know, what happened with Jean and with what was the other girl's name? I'm forgetting right now.
Madeline.
Yeah, Madeline Pryor. Yeah. So, or Storm, or even like Storm's little story with Forge about how, you know, he was the one that kind of came up with that the
inhibitor collars.
Gambit and Rogue, and like the love triangle that they have, and it's just, dude, there's just so much like emotions in this that I was not expecting. I thought it was going to be a little bit less subtle, maybe. I thought it was just going to be like a bunch of action, but man, the story has been great, man, and the music too. The music has been great.
Oh, for sure.
Yeah. What about y'all?
Abisai, take it away.
Well, I like how like more grown up the story is. You know, you have Cyclops saying "damn it," and you have Wolverine like 7 people. So
yeah,
that, you know, the tone is really good. You know where it's at. But you know, they didn't try to PG-13. Well, maybe it's PG-13, but you know what I'm saying. They didn't put a rated G on it. So you know, I like the tone where it's going. You know, they know the audience. They know it's like the older people, you know, who grew up with the series. So that's good. Yeah, and I do like Carlos was saying that they give each character time to shine and their issues and the problems and trying to resolve and go through it, you know? Like even Beast with his love romance and like, oh no, I can't be with you because of this and that, and you know what happened in Genosha and everything. So everybody had a little like time to shine, and man, like I didn't expect Gambit to like die, you know? I didn't expect
dude, I think that caught everybody, bro.
Oh, Mon Ami, dude. Mon Ami. Like, my new favorite word for this year, Mon Ami. Like, that. Holy shit. Keep going, obviously. I like it.
And the saddest part is that he died, like, not knowing that Rogue picked him in the end, you know?
Oh, my God, dude. I'm telling you, like, the story and emotions, man. The story and emotions in this. Like, just to touch up on this, like, Isis had not seen the original series, and I just kept telling her that it was good, like you need to watch it, and she thought it was going to be like, you know, like when you think of a cartoon that we saw back in the day, like it probably would, you know, it'd be too like corny or whatnot. Dude, she was almost in tears in that episode 5 when Gambit died, like, and the writing to follow up those emotions too, like with Rogue saying I can't feel you, sugar, after she had said that she like couldn't, like he could never touch her or something like that because of her powers. Like, it's so well written, like from open to close. It goes full circle in a lot of things that they say, and I love it. Like the opening to my X-Men, to closing to my X-Men, to ending with to my X-Men. Like, it's just, man, dude, they did such a great job with the writing, man. I think they really did start with the end in mind, and then started working their way back on this one, man, and they did it for every episode.
I think the only like thing I have is that like the Madeline Pryor story kind of ran really quick. You know, I feel
Yeah.
like they could have stretched it out to like 3 episodes. They were like, no, they just get it all over in one. You know, stuff like that. I was like, they could have took their time a little bit on that one, but I
Yeah.
mean, there's probably a reason why they kind of rushed through it.
Yeah, it's a lot. Let me check in with here real quick with the chat. My boy
Yeah, let's hit the
Austin
chat up.
in the house saying, "Yo, my boy Austin,
Yeah.
dude, Austin is a fantastic person, man. We've been messaging and Snapchatting these past couple of days, and he's so cool, man. So such a great guy, man. If
What
y'all,
up, Austin?
yeah, if y'all don't follow him, man, check him out. He says, I think that's it right there. But yeah, it was, man. XMEN 97, bro. Keep going. What else we got, man? What else we got? Okay, here's my thing. Favorite part so far. Favorite episode. Favorite. Oh, or even like we could even talk about cameos with like the amount of cameos we've had in this show with Morph or actual like character appearances. Like there's a lot.
There's a ton, man. They really opened up the world, and I guess like for me, and I want to touch upon kind of some of the things that you guys brought up too about like why I think this show has been so successful, right? It's one, the themes, right? It's very like as I mentioned, it's got a very more mature tone to it with the story they're trying to tell. I think people were expecting it to be cheesy or corny, like Carlos mentioned, and it's the complete opposite, right? It's very adult themes that are being covered here, like xenophobia. Homophobia is even covered in there, like with some of the tones that they're doing and stuff, like all these kind of adult things. And like I think right after the first 2 episodes you understand that holy crap, this isn't really like a kids show, like some of the stuff that they're covering here, right? Like the love triangle stuff that Carlos mentioned, like that's some deep stuff, man, about like Rogue's past with Magneto, and then how she loves Gambit but she can't physically touch them, right? She doesn't say, hey, I can't bang you, but it's kind of like it's hinted as like, look, we can't make love and I can make love with him, right? That's the problem.
To pause for a second, does the Wolverine and Jean Cyclops count as a love triangle?
Yeah, and that's another one too, right? And
that's like a love square, bro.
Yeah.
I was wondering what
Madeline
do. When
Madeline
kiss Logan, I was like, oh man, like he stepped away from that. He's like, can't do it.
Yeah, man. This show was built for us, man. The OG fans, man. That or not even just the OG fans, but like people who understand X-Men and what they were created for, what message they were, kind of meant to portray and stuff. So I do really like that aspect of this, man.
It's been good, man.
Okay, so I guess I'll ask this question: is so far, who's been your favorite character?
Well, my favorite character obviously was Gambit. Unfortunately, he perished episode 5 in the most badass way, bro.
I think yeah, he could still be your favorite character, man.
The way he was written, dude. Like I said, to this day, guys, like Gambit is my number 1 X-Men character, and we haven't gotten a lot of representation from him outside of the comics. Right? Comics, he's epic, dude. If you haven't read a Gambit comic, dude, please read that shit. It's awesome, right? Especially during his time with like the Thieves Guild and stuff. Like, this stuff's awesome. But the way they portrayed him in this show, man, and that dynamic that he has with Rogue, and like he loves this girl, and he's still trying to figure out himself, coming from the Brotherhood and working under Magneto, and then kind of transitioning into becoming an X-Men, and he just had such an amazing storyline in that short stint that he had, right? Building up until episode 5, where he sacrifices himself to kind of stop the whole attack on Genosha with the Sentinels.
Bro,
so sick, man. The voice actor did such a damn good job, bro. I love that line where he's like, the cards always be in Gambit's favor, and then I'm like, damn, bro, like, come on, man.
I like that where he's like, Gambit sees your bet and raises. I think it's like rivals for that.
I'm like, damn,
dude. I know, man. Like
so cool, dude. And it just
Gambit was executed like top notch.
Man, And I agree with you too.
Magneto has been done very well.
Oh yeah, Magneto too, dude. Like they, everybody has this because in the original show, like Magneto was a little kind of cheesy, corny too, but and then you're playing off of like your reference point that a lot of people have in the media today is Ian McKellen, Magneto, and then Michael Fassbender's Magneto, right? It's very stoic, which and very kind of brooding nature that he has, this troubled past. And I think they replicated that fantastically in the cartoon, man, or the show or the animated series, on like how they're taking this person. He's been thrust in these very awkward circumstances where he's always been the adversary of this group. And now he's thrown and he's like, hey, this is your team now. You have to basically change your way of thinking. And kind of Professor X like forced this upon him to change, right? And you find out that this man can't be changed. He has this mindset, and he, that whole scene of Magneto was right, bro. Oh, holy shit, man, that was powerful, dude.
And you know what, like but you know what was like the crazy? I think that like the best part about it is just seeing how vulnerable Magneto made himself for Charles. When he talked about like I could always sense that he was there, and that's what stopped. Like that's why I wore the helmet. It's because he sensed, like he was afraid of feeling that passion from Xavier. That he wore the helmet. It wasn't to because he was afraid of him, but it was because part of him knew that he could change, and he tried. We saw it here. Right, he really did try, but man, again, like at the beginning of that show when he's like, don't pretty much when he's like, don't lie to me, like don't do this to me in the first, was it the second episode when he goes to court?
Yeah,
or the third, I can't remember. Man, that was so good, bro. Like, damn. Abisai, what's your favorite character?
Okay, so she got a lot of screen time. Rogue. Rogue got a lot of screen time.
Rogue has gotten a lot.
It could have been Rogue 97 because how much screen time she had.
Yeah, she has a lot.
So, but it was good. Like her story was like phenomenal in this. It was a like you said, a love triangle, trying to figure that out. And when Gambit died, her dealing with the loss. Like she wasn't even at the funeral, and all she wanted to do was get revenge for him. To the point where she found Captain America. Threw his shield away.
Dude, that was so badass, man.
Legend says he's still looking for the shield, bro. Hold on, real quick. Let me get it here real quick. Austin, much love, bro. Appreciate you. Your boy Cap. They should. We were in Austin. We're talking about this the other day, dude. They should study this show in school, and I agree, bro. Like, there's some lessons to be taught here, like from this. My boy Miami Nemesis in the house. Chris, it's so good to see you here, man. Thank you so much.
What's up?
Oh my god, Brick doesn't know.
Oh, damn.
I'm pretty sure he knew. He had to. All right, we did say spoilers. Gambit had an amazing superhero death. Oh my gosh, I hate Xavier right now. Yeah, bro, Xavier has been like my least favorite character right now. Like this dude bailed on us, and then he just wants to show up, and then he's like
supposed to be an ass, though. That's kind of how he's portrayed in the comics too, man.
But it's funny
how soldiers, bro.
I thought it was kind of funny too because. Like he lands and then the next scene he's in bed and shit. Like he took a full on nap or something. Like in the middle of all this, like it was hilarious. Oh my gosh, movie canon on episode 4 of XMEN 97.
Oh damn, bro, we just blew it for.
That's too fun. Oh my gosh, y'all are killing me. Yeah, there's spoilers tonight. Hold on.
Oh, I feel bad. Sorry, movie canon. Damn, man.
Let me see.
It's not gonna hit the same.
Put the spoiler alert here.
It's blocked by the.
That's too funny. Fine, I got something here for you. Just keep going on it. I'll be right back.
No, I mean, yeah, I agree too. I think they did a badass job with Rogue, man. I love how they showed how powerful she is. She's one of the strongest X-Men, bro. Like. And Storm, they did such a good job at showing how freaking, epic Storm is, right? She's an Omega level mutant.
Oh my god.
Magneto, right?
When the Sentinels say that, bro, So fire.
Yes, dude. I'm not gonna lie. I was waiting for them because I thought they were gonna say it for Gambit, because Gambit technically could have been an Omega level
He fucking
mutant.
destroyed that
but
shit
if-
like nothing. But
dude,
I mean, he did
but
cost
you
him,
know, he had Sinister decrease his power because he was having trouble controlling it.
uh-huh.
But man, I had a little. So I was like, holy shit, are they gonna call Gambit an Omega level threat? Because if they did, dude, I would have lost my mind, dude. But yeah, it was cool seeing how powerful these characters are.
Yeah.
And it's got me so hyped for what the MCU is gonna be able to do. Because now, you know, the X-Men are a powerful group of freaking characters, man.
They are, man.
It's not just, you're no longer just relying on Thor and Hulk, right, to be your heavy hitters. These X-Men, 80% of those mofos can be heavy hitters, bro. So it's gonna be awesome to see them in live action, man. And I just hope it does them justice. And I think the reason this show also has, I think, really good implications for the future of the MCU is, as I mentioned again, is the tone. And then Carlos, you mentioned it, the consequences. This is the first time in the MCU, a non-Avengers movie or show or something, where people are getting killed off. Characters are dying. People are being hurt. Like, it's in the MCU movies, especially phase 1 through phase 2, like all that stuff happens off screen, like all the collateral damage, the people that are dying. This show was showing it to you front and center. People being zapped by the freaking Sentinels and turning into dust.
Just Genosha alone, like the events of Genosha were insane. Like the destruction, the feeling of like it, like the way that they did it with this show, like they really made you feel like you were there. You know, like they captured like the elements done very well, man. Like I'm obsessed with this show, man. Like this is one of my favorite shows, like probably like one of the best animated series shows I've seen ever, like hands down. Like in terms of quality, this is really, really top notch. On top of the nostalgia, like you don't even have to be nostalgic to enjoy this, because it represents so many like you know, features that we see in everyday life. You know, like real, you know, situations with people and stuff like that. So it's crazy, man. It's crazy. But I will say my favorite character, I think, obviously has always been Cyclops. Like that's always been my favorite X-Men, and the love that he got in this show has been amazing. But in X-Men 97, I'm gonna go with Gambit, bro. Like that dude stole the show. That dude is the like him and Magneto, but I gotta go Gambit. Like he really did put that like stake into it, man. Cause like I don't know, like everything about that, like his story and how kind of he wasn't really trying to be a team player, but you know, when it mattered the most, you know, he didn't want to roll with the X-Men in the beginning. He was like, nah, y'all go on your own. But to be in that situation, to save Rogue, like when he threw that motorcycle at her,
bro,
so he could save her, and just that whole sequence, like Magneto trying to protect them, Gambit trying to protect Rogue trying to protect, Gambit trying to protect everybody, and like knowing what he was gonna do, like it was great, dude.
Yeah, I think I watched that episode like 5 times, bro. I kept rewatching it.
I've seen it a few times, and it still fucking hurts, bro. And then the way that it cuts to black, like it's just them, like, oh, dude, like the cinematic aspect of this. I don't know if I've gone through these comments already.
No, I don't think you have.
Let's see. EC saying hi, hey babe. Let's see. Joey in here. What up, baby? I've known for weeks. Okay, cool. There's a lot of parallels you can make with Xavier and the Jedi Council, clouded by arrogance at times.
Yes,
for sure. Favorite has always been Gambit. Nice.
Of course.
I will say, somebody who has not gotten a lot of attention, but had a freaking crazy ass moment in the last episode, Wolverine.
Oh yeah,
like
he didn't get to it.
That was like fuck. Chris be watching these episodes early as fuck, and then he's like he texts us like really early. He's like, bro, that X-Men episode. Meanwhile, I got like 8 hours to wait till I get and I can watch it. And then, like the freaking thing is like killing me, because I know Christian like he really he enjoys stuff, and for him to tell me like holy shit, like it is holy shit, like
yes,
like
dude.
Bro, like oh my gosh, favorite Oh my God, Geo, too woke for my blood.
Oh shit, we're about to be canceled.
We're gonna get canceled here. Nah, man.
No,
You know
yeah,
what
Wolverine,
that's
man.
funny about him is that the only way people could beat him is to throw him away. Basically, just grab him and just throw him somewhere.
How was he the
Yeah.
only one that was not grabbed by any sort of like metal? Like, was it just like like I feel like I know he's metal and he could have just pushed him away, but I feel like everybody kind of got like specifically targeted except for him. Like,
Yeah, so like that's kind of explained too, and I think it's covered in the comics. So like adamantium is a different type of metal,
oh, okay.
right? So Magneto has to focus specifically on it in order to manipulate it.
Oh,
It's
okay.
not something like he can just bring all the other, like if it's iron and stuff, it all comes.
Yeah, yeah.
For him to manipulate Wolverine, he has to focus all of his energy on Wolverine.
Okay,
Um,
okay.
Like, I'm a machinist by trade, and I know like certain metals more magnetic than others.
Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah.
Okay, I got you. Yeah, I was reading about the Sentinels because people were like, how did Magneto not put in work on that Sentinel from Genosha, but he was able to get all that metal out of the earth, and like people were talking about how the Sentinels are made out of a very durable plastic that equals that diamond like material. So that's kind of why he wasn't able to just freaking sabotage that Sentinel from Genosha. But
Yeah, man.
that was bro, that movie was fire. Also, man, going back to Storm, you talked about it a little bit, but like the anime aspects that they brought into the show with her and her lightning powers, were like, bro, like I want to see kind of like that, like how they did Captain America Endgame, where he had the freaking hammer and those lightning bolts started coming down. Like, oh, so to see a sequence of Storm coming in like that, and a very very cinematic, like far away, and you see like the eye of a I don't know, tornado or a hurricane like type of eye would be insane, dude.
They can do some crazy shit with Storm in live action movies.
They really could, man. Like, especially, you know how they did those Valkyrie scenes that were very
like the far pan out.
Yes, like, dude, like that would be freaking dope.
Getting scale. Yeah.
Also, there was a meme. It was so funny. It was like Magneto saying like Omega, like get out of here, level 5s. Like it's only Omega threats here, and it's like everybody else was a 5. I thought it was so funny. But man, dude, I really thought that was one of the coolest parts is when they announced like Omega level threat detected. Like I kind of Isis called this like in Genosha. She was like, are they gonna say Omega level threat detected and Storm showed up? Which it didn't happen. I kind of wish they would have saved Storm's return for something like that. You know, like they were in the last battle, and like I don't know where they're like Omega threat detected, and Storm shows up and she has her powers again. You know, that would have been crazy. That would have been.
I think they wrote her out because of that. Because it's kind of like, oh, where was she at the whole time?
They probably would have stopped it a lot sooner.
Yeah,
right? If she was there.
Yeah, she's really strong, man. And going back to Storm, dude, I do want to point out like when she gets her powers back after the whole demon, episode.
Yeah.
And that reference to Man of Steel first flight scene. Oh my god, bro.
Fire, dude.
That was fire, man.
Yeah,
I don't know if it was a direct, like, intentional reference or it's just coincidence, but
it must have been, bro. Like they must have been inspired.
Crazy, dude. As they say, Zack Snyder's the blueprint.
I'm telling you right now, if Zack Snyder could help with just the cinematography of the X-Men, it would be fantastic, bro. Like he did, like remember like the lightning scenes with Flash, how good and crispy those scenes look. Like if he could do something like that with the X-Men, like it would be so epic. Like, or a Doomsday blast. You know how Doomsday and Superman were fighting and they had that like laser. Like imagine that was Cyclops. Like that would be freaking insane. Like I need something like that. Like that's my new expectation for X-Men. Like,
that's what I've always said too, man. Zack Snyder would be better as a cinematographer instead of a director, so he can kind of flex. Although I do think he uses too much slow mo. I think that shit's annoying. But aside from the slow mo, right? The way he frames his shots it's crazy, dude. He's top tier with that shit, man.
I'm telling you, just it would be so sick to see this team come together live action. I just have a hard time seeing it happen like this, man.
Yeah, I do want to throw in one quick one, even though they haven't had much screen time, but the shots that they did have in the show were freaking cool, and it's Nightcrawler. That episode where you see when he drags Wolverine through the teleportation and you see what he sees.
Yeah,
dude, that shit gave me chills. I was like, oh my god, they're showing the the realm that he passes through to teleport. That was so fucking sick, man.
But dude, him and Wolverine going off in the mansion.
Yes,
dude,
the music, the X-Men 2 movie.
Yeah,
in the background.
Dude, I know. Like, I really wanted a Cyclops. Like I really want a Magneto figure, but a freaking Nightcrawler figure would be insane, especially in that design, that suit where he has like that red outline with the black.
Yeah, the red and the
my
the pointy
gosh.
shoulders.
Yeah, like the freaking dude, like and that would be
the swords. Oh
dude,
god,
he
dude.
went off in that scene. Like him and I'm not gonna lie, I was kind of concerned of how that episode was gonna end. I did not see him like surviving. It was like, if it wasn't for Magneto, what he did, like it would have been interesting to see. Let me get in here real quick. This is Austin St. Jew. I don't get into arguments online. The amount of shit I've had to argue against the people saying too woke is bonkers. So yeah, I had to just put this one because we've talked about this too as well. Dude, the quotes in this episode too, in this show, sorry, it's like all the quotes are good. In history, sad song, there's a refrain: believe in differently, love differently, be of different sex or skin, and be punished. That's the quote. Man. That's the quote that when I saw it, I immediately told a bunch of people, like, you're gonna like this show because it's more than just about being a superhero. It's about like being a human, right? Like even though they're mutants, like they have to prove that they're human the entire time, like, and they have to fight that, and they're against that, and no matter what they do, they have to keep doing it. And like you start seeing Cyclops go from this like Boy Scout person to kind of like being like, man, like screw y'all, like we've been doing this for much longer. Like his perception of what he thought his role was has changed a lot. I'm interested to see what they do with him going forward. I love him as a leader, but I like the way he did when he stood up against a reporter and said, "Man, I ain't got nothing to prove to y'all, man. Like, I ain't got nothing to prove for y'all." Let's see, but he had a Dawn of the Dead 300, so it makes me wonder how much student interference made difference with DC. That was a lot with that first one.
Oh, for sure, man.
You don't want Rebel Moon. There's a third-party Nightcrawler by Toys R Us. I have seen the third-party one. I think it was the movie one, though, right? Or was it a comic book one? I want to stay at the X-Men School Airbnb. That is fire. We should rent that Airbnb and go create some content, y'all.
Yeah, just streaming there, dude. I'm down for that. That's
awesome. That, like, all of us just go. Does anybody know where the mansion's at, actually, by any chance?
I think it's in Cali, isn't it?
I'm not sure. We're witnessing a civil rights movement with mutants. It is, man. That's exactly what it is. Like, it's so good. And then I like how they bring in politics into it, with the UN, and then the UN having, like, Genosha as part of their nations, but then kind of like seeing how people are like retaliating against them, and seeing the Sentinels and all this stuff it's been really good, man. They did.
Westchester, New York, I believe.
Oh shoot.
Oh yeah.
Rochester.
Oh, but the Airbnb's in Rochester as well?
Yeah, I believe so. Yeah.
I'm trying to see. Cable too, man. Cable's been like kind of like being built up near the end. So dude, hey, Cable's blast in the last episode,
dude,
against Gene. Oh my god, I did not see that coming. I'm glad
they showed his psychic abilities, man.
No, I did not see that coming, like in this episode. Like, it was seriously something else.
And they didn't show what happened to her either.
Man,
she's alive, she dead.
Yeah, I don't know. They haven't. That's kind of up in the air. And you know what? I'm glad you pointed that scene out too, Carlos, because it pisses me off, like how underused Josh Brolin was in Deadpool 2 as Cable.
Yeah,
because like they just showed the fucker walking around with a gun the whole time. Like, this dude is such a strong mutant, and you didn't see any of the other. And I don't know if maybe they weren't allowed to.
Yeah.
Because then they'd reference Jean and Cyclops, which they didn't have the rights to at the time. But man, like Cable could be such a badass character in live action, man. And it just sucks that Josh Brolin got to play a very limited piece of like the mercenary side of it, and
not like a dual character version, right? Yeah, he was very man. And if they would have gone with a more accurate design, that would have been cool too. You know,
like they should have got somebody huge, bro. Like, you know, and I know they joke about it in the movie, call him a midget and shit, but come on, man.
Yeah, they should have got it like John Cena sized person. You
know what I mean?
Dude. Like it would have been cool, man.
Or Alan Rickman or whatever his name is, Richard, the dude from Reacher. Imagine him as Cable, bro.
He would be dope. He would be dope. A character that does not get a lot of like spotlight, but every time he comes out, he's so like eloquent, beast. He's always really cool, man. Dude, Morph's cameos. The Hulk one was fire.
Yes,
dude. Him going off as like Morph Smash, like that shit was hilarious, but cool. Yeah, my man.
Who else? He thinks he turns into Magic. I think he gets Magic at one point.
I don't remember Magic, but I know he did Quicksilver, I believe.
Quicksilver. Psylocke, yeah, he did Psylocke.
He did Angel, Archangel.
Archangel.
He did the Blob, I think. Did he do the Blob?
Yeah, the Blob.
He did do the Blob. Yeah.
Man, Morph is such a cool character in this one, bro.
Oh, and I think he did Juggernaut.
He did Juggernaut.
Yeah, he did Juggernaut.
Yes.
He did the girl with the sword. I forgot her name though. She has like 6 arms.
Oh yeah. I know who you're talking about. I don't know.
Yeah. Damn it, I can't remember her name.
I don't know, man. It's a great show, man. I think the characters are done so well. I think everybody except for Wolverine, I think he's the only one that really hasn't had a moment like a I guess like
a little
sequence, like a whole sequence, I guess. But I think he got it in the original series. And like I think he's a very established character, especially. I think that's also why they're doing what they're doing, because out of all these characters that I see in front of me, Hugh Jackman, like, you know, Wolverine has been known for so many years. Like the hype is there. You don't have to do anything to hype up Wolverine. Like he said, all in the entire show, you come down to what just happened in the last episode, and that was already epic as it is. You know what I mean? It is epic as it is, and it's like I've been in a lot of wars, bub. Like, oh my gosh, bro.
Brave always die first. I was like, damn,
God. It's crazy, dude. It was so good. So
that's so good, dude. Such a good scene.
Right now, people are saying that he's not dead, right? That he's still good. Like he's gonna.
I think he's just bone
primal. Yeah, that's primal. Which will be interesting to see because
I know in the comics, like his healing factor is not what it used to be, so it's kind of like slower.
Wow. Okay.
Yeah.
So it'll be interesting to see that, man. It'll be interesting to see that. The guy who Sunspot, he has not had too much like action, but I think he's a pretty cool character though. The design on that, like, you know, like especially when him and Rogue joined Magneto, that was like that really reminded me of X-Men First Class when they joined Shaw. Do you remember that? Like they kind of like switched teams and stuff.
Yeah,
I thought that was really cool. But man, I don't know, man. I don't know where we're gonna end up with this series, man. Like, are we gonna is this the end? Mr. Sinister is like, you know, what do you think?
I'm glad we finally got to see him like fight.
Yeah.
No, seriously, he really didn't fight too much.
Yeah. You know, they show him how he moves in the shadows, like he can come in like dark, which is cool. I like that they showed that.
Yeah.
Honestly, and I know they were kind of teasing Mr. Sinister in Logan, like
the movie, the live action. It ended with that, right?
Yeah, but Mr. Sinister is such a hard character to do in live action, dude. That won't look goofy.
Yeah.
So if they do it, I'm pretty sure they're going to do him live action. That's definitely somebody. You know, they've already mentioned multiple times that they don't want Magneto to be like the main villain for the X-Men anymore. They want to kind of explore the other villains. So I fully expect them to try to do it. I don't know how you pull that off without him looking weird as hell.
I'm sure they'll find a way.
Vin Diesel in Bloodshot. That's how I would picture it. You know, like just
yeah. It would look weird.
Hey, I want to touch on something real quick. What do you think about them showing Spider-Man?
Oh, dude, I like whenever I saw that, I was mad because like I think it was like 9 p.m., 9 a.m. the day that it premiered, and there was already somebody who had posted it like on a toy group. Like I was like, mother.
Oh, that's. I
Like,
think I remember I texted y'all.
yeah, you did message us, but you didn't say what it was. Like you just said, like,
Yeah.
oh, did y'all watch it? And it was like 9 a.m., bro. And I see picture of Spider-Man. They're like, oh my gosh, I can't believe this happened. I was like, bro, come on, like, hey, this show dropped what time? Like, it's still 9 a.m. of the day of drop. Like, so that did.
It's confusing because I'm like, Sony has the right, so it's kind of like, so can they use them? Can't they use them? What?
Well,
yeah.
I wonder how that did work because, you know, I wonder if like the animated series was part of Fox and that still belongs to,
that's true.
to them. You know what I mean? Because that was Fox Kids back in the day. No,
yeah,
did all that. So I wonder if Fox Kids has the rights to that, like Spider-Man. Which, man, bro, that I thought that was so cool, man. That was one of my favorite shows growing up as well. So if we got to hear him talk like in that voice, oh my gosh, bro, that would.
Dude, I know. I was hoping he was gonna speak
or
just to confirm.
fight. Like that would have been cool if he helped out. Like that would have been like, you know how they've said like it would have been cool to have seen like a scene of like Daredevil fighting like Shatari or something like street level during like the events.
Yeah,
like it would have been cool to see that, but you know it is what it is right now.
I'm bummed they didn't have the Spider Sense animation going off while everything was happening,
or like a little like guitar solo from the
like that. I was like,
that dude, that would have been fire. I knew that he was coming up because when they were showing a little bit of it, like where he was at, like the city buildings were very like the windows were yellow, kind of like in his show and stuff. So I was like, oh, here he comes, bro. Like I knew, and it was like it was nostalgic to see him too, man. Very nostalgic.
Yeah.
Let's see. Honestly, if politics weren't involved with X-Men, I would be less interested. For sure, man. For sure, that's a big part of who they are. Like what they're fighting for. Like they're fighting for humanity while having to prove that they are humans. Like it's crazy. It's crazy. But
yeah.
I don't know, man. I'm excited for tomorrow. But I'm also dreading tomorrow because like it's gonna be a while, and if it leaves us with a huge cliffhanger, it better be a good one. You know?
Yeah. Yeah, man, that's what's gonna suck the wait. And I was talking to Abisai about this too before we went live. Was, you know, there's a lot of rumors out there that apparently it's gonna tie into Deadpool and Wolverine, which I do expect something.
Mm-hmm.
I know the creator came out and just said that Deadpool is basically off limits when he was writing the show. But that doesn't mean Wolverine was.
Yeah.
Right. So I think there's a lot of people that are expecting some shape or form that this Wolverine or some version of Wolverine is tied to some other version that we're going to see in the live action movie. Right. So there's got to be something. Like Marvel never does things without connecting it to something else, right? I don't see this as a standalone show, right? So it's, and you know, with all the cameos that happened, right? Spider-Man, and that's what's making people think, okay, yeah, something's definitely gonna get teased at the end of this, you know, this season. That's gonna tie it into kind of the future, right? Because this is our first taste of what the X-Men are going to be like in the MCU, right? There's rumors that they're just thinking about hiring the writers of the show.
Should, man. Just make a movie out of everything we've seen, bro.
Yes, dude. Like, and I think they've offered the director Ryan Coogler, I think, for Black Panther. They offered him X-Men. They've also offered him Avengers. I think he's got like a slew of films that he can choose from. So
what did I just see they were thinking about getting for James Wan?
Oh, I don't know.
I don't remember if they were going to offer him the next Avengers movie.
Oh, that'd be
like I don't remember what it was that Spider-Man 4, I think. Spider-Man
4 has had all kinds of rumors on directors. I think I saw Christopher Nolan on that list, dog. I was like, this man will never direct this.
James Wan would, and I don't know how I feel about that.
I think they even had Sam Raimi on that list too. That they want him to direct Spider-Man 4.
I don't know. He needs to just stick with Toby.
Yeah.
But
I don't know. I think Andrew needs a movie first, man.
oh yeah. But he needs a different director, I think.
Yeah.
Like, somebody who understands that, Spidey. Dude, they just need to not leave me hanging tomorrow bad, bro, because like I wonder if like the world, like if they would all end with like they lose.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
And Cable like
Infinity War ending.
yeah, like but then Cable like goes back and he like resets
Yes,
it.
dude. Resets the timeline. Yeah.
So I don't know, man.
That's what I'm thinking too, man. That's what I'm thinking. It's gonna end poorly, I think. And then it's Cable or somebody's gonna reset the timeline. Shit, maybe even Deadpool will come and reset it.
Okay, if they did this into live action, would you be down to see Gambit getting killed on the big screen?
Fuck no, dude. Gambit has to at least get a movie. He deserves a movie, man. Like, I know Channing Tatum, and I still have my reservations about that shit. And apparently, he's gonna be in Deadpool and Wolverine. I was kind of hoping we'd get some new actor to play Gambit, and maybe we will, and maybe they're just trying to be funny and have Channing Tatum.
Kind of like Multiverse of Madness, where they have one-time cameos.
Yeah, one-time cameo, which I'll be fine with, right? I don't see Channing Tatum being the long-term Gambit, and I hope he doesn't get it, man. I'm sorry, but sorry to all the Channing Tatum fans out there, but
I wonder
he might surprise us.
They're teasing X-Men versus the Avengers.
Yeah,
Cap's there, and Cap said he had a team, but like who's on his team?
Mm-hmm.
Yes, dude, that's a good point. I was like, he did mention his team, right? So that'd be cool too, man. They're definitely gonna do that live action. I mean, I don't see why they wouldn't.
And you know that Iron Man's there because you see the background of Stark Industries and all that stuff.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes, man.
It's gonna be crazy, man. I'm excited. I'm excited for the future of X-Men, like in the MCU. I just hope that people catch on to it and it builds the hype that they were able to do with the Infinity Saga, because the X-Men can be just as great, man. They could be just as good as the original Avengers. Obviously, it comes down to casting, to directors, to there's a lot of variables at play, but it's just such a great story and a bunch of great characters, and we've seen that it works plenty of times in like the animated series, and some of the X-Men movies were hits, some of them were misses. But I think with the amount of resources and planning and Kevin Feige in charge, like hopefully they collaborate, like they said, with the writers of the animated series and continue from there,
Yeah, because X-Men, they're A-tier characters. Like a lot of them are A-tier characters.
Oh, hell yeah, man.
100%.
You got X-Men and you have Fantastic Four for your next phase. You're set. Those are such strong lore and such strong characters. I agree with Carlos, though. It all comes down to writing, directing, and casting. You got to get the right people for these roles, or else it'll be just throwaway movies, right? And that's how I see Quantumania, the Marvels. These are just throwaway shit. It's junk that they had to spew out because they're running out of ideas. They're using B-tier characters as A-tier characters when they're not. You killed off Iron Man, you screwed yourself. You got rid of Cap, you screwed yourself. Right.
But I think what they were trying to do is like trying to get that Guardians of the Galaxy magic. No one knew about Guardians of the Galaxy, but then James Gunn did so well with it.
Yeah, but it's casting. The only reason that movie worked was directing, writing, and casting. Right. It didn't work because the Guardians of the Galaxy were popular characters. They weren't.
Exactly.
Right.
Yeah.
So you can make them like. I'm not saying Captain Marvel is shit. You can make a good Captain Marvel movie. Trust me. You just need to get the right team there. It's got to have the right tone. And honestly, she's been flip-flopped, right? The first movie was a little bit more serious. The second movie was all goofy and stuff. Like, they can't figure out what to do with her. Yeah. That's a problem, man, because Captain Marvel's a pretty powerful character.
I know,
could be A-tier.
Like, right? I liked her entrance in Endgame at the end when, like, she comes in. Like, that was like... That was the equivalence of like Omega Threat detected, because they're like something has right? Like I love that entrance of her and like her moment there. Like that was so awesome. I got the figure. Like I have that for the collection. Who knows where it's at? But because I haven't unboxed it.
But hey, there's potential though, man. Right? So like with Rogue, Rogue has ties to Captain Marvel.
Dude, Rogue is like, she's like literally just the X-Men version of her in a way, like in terms of power, in terms of like.
Well, she takes her fucking powers.
Like that's what I'm saying. So like it's crazy, man. Like I really hope Rogue is a standout in the new X-Men too, man. I hope they get somebody. I hope they get that accent right. Like that accent's gonna be very important.
Sugar.
Honestly, it's all the X-Men on the chemistry between Gambit and Rogue, and then build from there. Like get those two, get that chemistry, and then you can build your team around them. Because them two, they have to like they have to vibe, man. They have to vibe. They have to vibe. You know.
Like some people were saying that they want that girl from Fallout to be Rogue. From the Fallout series.
I still haven't.
Oh, she might be good. Ella Purnell.
Yeah.
I haven't seen it yet.
You should watch it. It's good.
I'm trying to finish like.
Dude, Fallout is good, man. Yeah.
I know. I've heard. I need it, but we'll get there.
Yeah. But,
one show at a time. Let me finish it tomorrow. X-Men. Chris, don't text me till like 3 at least. He's be like, it was
my bad, bro. I wake up early as hell because I gotta get to work by like 7.
What time does it release?
I think it releases at
midnight,
if I'm not mistaken.
I would watch it, but I have to wait for EC, so like that's kind of why I gotta wait. So like it gets out late, and I'm like, sometimes I'm like, I'll watch it and then I'll pretend like I haven't watched it when she's back. I'll be like, oh shit, what? Gambit died? No.
She goes to the profile and she sees that it's already. Feels like, what the fuck?
I know.
Did
like
you watch it, bro?
Betrayal, like fucking stabs me. And
the
shit.
Betrayal, yeah.
Like end up like Gambit and shit. Like
man, it's just like, nah, I'm done. Yeah, man. I mean, so yeah. I'm super excited for the episode tomorrow, man. I don't think we're gonna be disappointed. I think it's gonna be worth the hype for sure. It's been such a solid series up until then. I don't think there's been a point in the show where I was like, damn, it's kind of dragging. Aside from the Jubilee episode with Sunspot, it was all right, man. You know, Jubilee has always been kind of like just I see her as like the Miss Marvel in the Marvels, right? She's kind of like the comedic relief there, the young kid who's experiencing everything. You know, the Spider-Man fit in right what they're using Tom Holland with. You know,
I will say that her video game future self looked cool. I like design for
that was cool, man.
For Jubilee, so it was pretty cool, man. That one was just a bunch of Easter eggs like to the game and stuff. But man, dude.
Yeah, with Mojo World and all that stuff. I thought they were gonna show Shatterstar.
Oh shoot, yeah. So before, like, you know, I know that we're gonna wrap it up here very, very soon. I mean, like, what would y'all give X-Men, like, just in general, like as a ranking? Like, is this a 10 out of 10 for y'all? Like, you know, this is up there, man. This is up there.
Yeah, it's up there for me, man, for sure. It's up there with like Arcane. You know, freaking. I don't know if anybody watches anime, but like Demon Slayer.
I've heard about
Attack on Titan, right? Like it's top tier animation, man. It's damn good, bro. And just the storytelling is it's caught me even off guard at points. On how well written it is, because I thought it was just going to be a throwaway show, but just how well written it is, man. It actually has me excited for that Spider-Man animated show now, the freshman year.
Yeah.
And I'm like, oh man, that show might actually be pretty good now. I thought they were just going to be like, this was like a cash grab for them. It's like, oh, you know, let's do some animated shows to get more money on these characters. But I'm excited now, man. I think they did a fantastic job so far.
Shit, I was gonna tell you something you said, but I fucking lost my train of thought.
No, like I give it a good 9 out of 10, and the only reason why it doesn't get a perfect 10 is because like some parts I wanted more of, you know, and they kind of rushed through it. And then you got an episode where it was kind of a filler, and I was like, you could have done something else with it.
Yeah,
the Jubilee episode.
Exactly. But like I said, like if it wasn't just for that, it would be like a perfect 10 out of 10, you know.
Yeah, I literally told these you can skip that one. We didn't even watch it. I remember now, Chris. Attack on Titan or Demon Slayer?
Attack on Titan.
Okay, I thought so. I was just wondering. Like I've heard a lot of stuff, and I've been wanting to watch both of them. I just don't
Watch
know
My Hero, bro.
I'm almost done with My Hero. My Hero, I love that one. I love My Hero.
They started new season too.
Yeah.
Yes, they just started, man. I gotta watch the new episodes.
But yeah, man, this was good, man. We'll maybe next
Oh,
week.
you know what's also good? Kaiju number 8. That one's also really good.
Oh yes, that one's really good too, man.
Which one?
Kaiju number 8.
Kaiju. Okay, I was like Caillou, like
Imagine watching Caillou in Japanese,
I'm
bro.
like-
Oh, you understand? I was like, man, bro, deep ass voice.
What the stream? You nailed that shit so fucking hilarious. They have like the deepest voices in anime, bro. Like
Yes, bro.
It's like, and then the little outro song is like this little fucking like Daisy dance, like running through the fucking grass. This shit is always so fucking hilarious. Dude, I don't know, man, but yeah, man. For me, it's a 10 out of 10. Like, bar none. Like, it's just a great experience overall. Like, I want more. Give me more. I can't wait. But let's see how tomorrow goes, and maybe we can plan out a season finale actual episode with spoilers, you know,
Yes.
and we can talk about it, and then we'll just talk about that last episode and what we predict later on and stuff like that. So, but yeah, man, this was fine.
For sure,
Right.
man. No, and I appreciate it, Abazai, for joining, man. It's always a pleasure having you on the stream, bro. Well, definitely, if you can make it, we'd love to have you on the final episode talk. So we'll definitely drag you back in here, man. But yeah, I guess as usual, sticking with our usual routine here. Silos, what you got coming up, man, down the pipeline?
Bro, I've been out of the game. I've been like taking a little break, but also I was sick for like maybe 2 weeks, so I've been like dead from that. Copper drop on Thursdays, and then a Freeze Friday, still doing that. I posted one on Friday with two people, Jim the Collector and Figurecraft. They knocked it out of the park. And then I was supposed to get back on the Zeo Lounge this Monday. I'll try to get on next Monday and finally unbox that freaking Kenobi Vader. Been wanting to unbox one for like 4 weeks. So yeah, but that's about it. That's about it right now.
Nice.
Yeah, man.
What about you, Abasai? What you got coming down, bro?
I've just been working on little projects here, little 3D printing stuff, but I keep forgetting to plug my the spam film I helped make. So it was called Project Z, right?
Yeah.
It's on YouTube now. You can watch it for free. It's probably like 30 minutes long. So I helped do the VFX for it. So this is very
Nice.
so this is very like kids with superpowers type of thing. So I recommend just checking it out if you're interested in it. It's called Project Z. It has nothing to do with zombies. Everybody thinks it has to do with zombies, but does it? So, I recommend just checking it out. Like, I was curious.
Heck yeah.
Badass, man. Project Z, Project Zordon, bro. That's what I hear around.
You know what? Real quick, I do have to say something. I'm gonna be on Movie Canon stream for Figure Talks on Sunday, and so I'll be on there with him. So yeah, it's gonna be a great episode. I have a great adversary on the other side that we're gonna try to go against each other to try to like eventually whoever wins goes up there to go face Danny. But yeah, man, the adversary on the other side, that's a level threat right there, bro. It's a level
Omega level threat, bro.
I'm just a level 5 like Cyclops, you know.
Damn.
Basic,
No,
but
definitely check that out, man. I'm gonna be peeping that and see how that goes, bro. I like watching Geo stream, man.
Yeah.
All right, I guess on my side, man, I'll be putting together. I know it's been a little dry, but putting together that vinyl of the week. I'm still trying to figure out which one I want to do. I got a couple of new ones over the past couple of weeks.
Nice.
So I'll be digging through and see and hopefully put a cool one out there, man.
Heck yeah.
And then actually I'm hoping they release a vinyl of this damn animated series, bro. The XMEN 97 soundtrack. Holy shit. So good, man.
You're the Captain Marvel vinyl of the week, like.
I don't have that one, bro. But yeah, so I'll be dropping that. So keep an eye out for that tomorrow. And then yeah, we'll be back next week. with hopefully, talking about that final episode that we're getting tomorrow. So, just want to say shout out and appreciate all the people that joined today, and, dedicated fans that we got, the lovely community that we got here, man. So thanks, guys, for tuning in, and we'll see you guys next time. Peace.
Let me pull this up real quick because I forgot we were checking out.